Hi all, welcome back to the channel. I thought I'd just go through how I captured this image and just let you sort of see what the areas of interest were and how well the filter itself behaved in my opinion. So I'm just going to open up the final file that was stacked in WBPP and PixInsight, and I think you'll agree that there's some really nice areas of detail here. This is the area of the cosmic cliffs that I was really interested in, and I hadn't actually realized it was here, to be honest, until I started looking at the images on Stellarium, and I sort of framed this up to be included, but not kind of like the obvious main feature. So the reason for that was I liked quite a bit of this nebulosity up here in the corner, and this S2O3 7nm filter I think is working really well. I mean, you be the judge, but this is only 4 hours of integration time, so I think it looks pretty reasonable, and hopefully you think so too. So what I did was I'll just open this image up. This is a bit more zoomed in, I guess. So you can see this is the area here of the cosmic cliffs, the famous Hubble picture originally, and then more recently, I think it was the first, correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, but I think it was the first James Webb Space Telescope image that came through, yeah, I think around 2022 maybe. And I remember it being quite a dazzling image, so I thought I would kind of do a bit of aligning of this just to sort of see that the areas that I captured. And so what I've done is I've done a file, I guess, that compares this region. And I mean, I know that looks grainy and not that great, but when you consider the original image from the James Webb and Hubble telescopes were taken in space, and that picture of mine is taken from my backyard, not an unreasonable sort of thing to put your images up there and sort of see what they look like. I'm trying to find this this file that I created that I've kind of, oh, here we go. So it's a little bit smaller here, but this will give you a better idea. So if I make this a little bit bigger, this sort of gives you an indication of what my image looks like in comparison to the James Webb and the Hubble pictures. Now, of course, it's night and day, the quality between these. But I don't know if anybody else, but I was just blown away that I could get, something that you can clearly see is, that's that region of the cosmic cliffs in the Carina Nebula. And I just sort of wanted to show this. I mean, all I really did here was sort of was zoom in and rotate this area of the image, so that's kind of zoomed right in. But I think you can still see that it's reasonable detail in there. The stars are round, and yeah, I think it looks pretty reasonable. Hopefully you do too. But yeah, that's that area there, and basically I've kind of rotated that around, and I think it looks pretty good. Hopefully you do too. Anyway, thought I'd do a quick video on this, and hopefully you enjoyed that. Anything you want to sort of more information on, just let me know in the comments, and please like and subscribe. It would really help me out and the channel. Have a good one. Okay, so here we are in Stellarium, and for people that don't know whereabouts this constellation is, this is the southern sky, and you can see the Milky Way there. This would be for what it would look like at 7:30 tonight, and there's the constellation Carina, the Carina constellation, and the Carina Nebula's inside that. So what I'd usually do is I'd go up to this search bar and I go to the area or the target that I'm interested in. So this one would be the IC2599. So you can see at the moment that's kind of given you the idea of where it is in relation to the constellation and the direction. If I pull this tab up, you can see some information around the target itself. So it's NGC 3324 and it's in the constellation Carina, the size of it, and its RA and DEC, that sort of information, which is pretty handy. This also lets you zoom in and out. And at the moment I've got it set to the size of my telescope, which is 840 millimeters. So if I zoom in now, this is set to my sensor size for the camera, and it's also on that actual nebula. So you can see there that NGC 3324 or IC2599, that's pretty much the kind of the rotation I gave it. I suppose I might have had a little bit more down this way, but I think you can see there's lots of nebulosity going on in that area, and as you kind of zoom out you can see where it is in relation to Caldwell 92, which is basically the Carina Nebula. So it's the sort of northwest corner that it's located in. This central corner here is a very popular target. I've done it many times, but this is the first time I've done this area up here. So anyway, hope you enjoy that. So here's my setup for these images. This is the Askar 120 APO. It's sitting on the ZWO AM5 mount. I'm using a 2600 MC Pro camera from ZWO, and also using the Svbony SV226 filter drawer or filter holder, and inside of that I'm using the 7nm Svbony S203 filter, which is working quite well.